Long ago, in a village pressed between the great river and the whispering mangroves, lived a girl named Ifeoma whose voice was so soft that even the wind forgot to carry it. Babies would not hush when she sang to them. Lovers quarreling never heard her gentle quanings. Even the market women, who could hear a coin drop 3 stalls away, never noticed when she tried to bargain for extra papers. Ifeoma did not mind at first. She liked listening more than speaking. But one dry season the river grew so quiet that the fish stopped jumping, the frogs stopped arguing, and even the mosquitoes whispered instead of whining. The elders said the world had grown deaf because someone had stolen the moon's voice. Every night the moon still rose, round and bright, but she made no sound. No silver laughter when children played late. No soft lullaby when mothers rocked cradles. No warning hum when crocodiles drifted too close to the bathing places. The silence felt like a heavyweight cloth pressed over the whole delta. Ifeoma decided she would climb the tallest silk cotton tree and ask the moon what had happened. She tied her wrapper tight, tucked a small calabash of water and 3 bitter kola nuts into her cloth belt, and began to climb just as the first stars appeared. The climb took 3 full nights because every evening she had to come down again to eat and sleep. Each night the moon watched her patiently, a quiet silver coin hanging low. On the 4th night, when Ifeoma finally reached the very top, the moon was so close she could see the faint blue shadows that looked like rivers on its face. "I have come to borrow your voice," Ifeoma said, or rather, she shaped the words with her lips because no sound came out. The moon tilted slightly, curious. "I cannot give it back to the world," Ifeoma continued silently, "because my own voice is too small to carry anything so large. But if you lend it to me for 1 night only, I promise to return it before the first cock crows." A long stillness followed. Then a thin beam of moonlight touched Ifeoma's throat like cool river water. She felt something slide inside her chest, not heavy, but bright and restless, like a fish made of mercury. She opened her mouth to test it. The sound that came out was not loud, yet it reached everywhere at once. The far fishing camps, the deepest mangrove tunnels, the sleeping roofs of the village. It was the moon's own voice, clear, calm, carrying both sorrow and silver joy. Ifeoma did not shout or sing. She simply spoke the things the world had forgotten it needed to hear. To the parched fields she said, "Remember rain." To the women pounding yam at midnight she said, "You are seen." To the boy afraid of tomorrow's initiation she said, "Fear is loud, but courage is quiet." To the old python who guarded the last clean spring she said, "Rest now, your grandchildren will keep watch." Everywhere the words touched, small sounds returned, the drip of water finding its way back to the river, the soft cluck of a hen resettling on her eggs, the first curious chirp of a cricket testing the air. When the sky began to pale and the first rooster lifted his head, Ifeoma bowed low to the moon. "Thank you," she whispered, and this time her own small voice came out, faint but hers. The silver light slipped from her throat and flowed upward again. The moon sighed once, a sound like distant waves folding over themselves, and then she was quiet in the ordinary way, the way she is supposed to be when daylight comes. The river remembered how to sing. The frogs remembered how to boast. The mosquitoes remembered how to complain. And Ifeoma, she climbed down the silk cotton tree, ate cold yam with palm oil, and went to market. When the paper seller asked her price, Ifeoma answered in her usual soft murmur. The woman still did not hear her. But this time Ifeoma only smiled. She had already carried the biggest voice in the sky for 1 whole night. Her own small one was enough for papers. And sometimes, only on very still evenings when even the crickets pause, people in that delta village swear they hear the moon hum gently, as though remembering the girl who once borrowed her voice and gave it back kinder than she found it. The end. Crescent moon.